Hey y'all, welcome back. We're going to do another video today where we create something relatively from scratch. One of the things that I tend to dislike about a lot of creation videos is that they don't show you the nitty-gritty, right? The dirty stuff that it takes to set up a project and to get it going. And so I like to focus on what it really takes to even just start, because a lot of us are in that place where we may not have the tools or the knowledge or the coding knowledge or the experience to be able to jump in at whatever tutorial point or video point or documentation point that someone shares with us. And I think that's the beauty in AI as well, is because you can become a subject matter expert in a short period of time by just communicating and talking with GPT or Claude or some of these other AIs. And so what I want to show you today, there's a guy I've been following, and he created a tutorial video on how to set up this boilerplate full stack application. There's multiple connections to it, like Stripe and Superbase database connections, as well as analytics too. So I have an idea I'm going to run with, and I want you to join me. We're just going to set it up from scratch as much as possible so you can follow along. I will likely have to blur out some API keys and things like that, or sensitive information, but this is for you to see the nitty-gritty of what it takes to even set up an application to start. Hopefully we can get a good amount done in 20 to 30 minutes, and this will likely be multiple sessions. So let's get started. All right, here we go. So I told you I was following a guy. This guy's name is McKay Wrigley. I've been following him for a few months on Twitter. You can see his account here on X. And he does have a course that you can take. I am subscribed to, I believe, his Substack or something like that. But yeah, he made this post on how to use his boilerplate GitHub project to make a full stack app. And so I was watching through some of this. You can see he kind of guides you. He's making this FigJam clone in this full stack app. He's using Cursor as the IDE, the development platform. If you've seen some of my other videos, I do use Cursor a little bit when I was exploring Unity, and most of the time I use Replit, right? Because it's in the web, it can deploy a bit easier than Cursor, I think. But I think we're gonna use Vercel to deploy this. Anyhow, I went to his post here, this video, and I said, okay, let's find him on GitHub. So this is his GitHub, McKay's app template. Make sure you have the right one. If you go here, you can see it's got his picture and everything, and his app template's here. And then, of course, he promotes his course here, Join Takeoff, which I may do eventually. But what I want is I want this boilerplate template. I want to bring this into Cursor so that I can start using it. So how do we do that? There's a huge green button right here. We're just going to copy this link. And if you're starting a new Cursor window, you'll see this little button in the center that says Clone Repo. So we're going to click that button. We're going to pop that link in, and we're going to hit Enter. Now it's going to ask us, okay, where do you want to clone this? I'm going to pick a certain area here. And what I actually want to create is a mentoring app. So I'm going to label it mentoring app, select that repository, and we're going to open it right up once it creates it. All right, here we are. So let's maximize this, put it on the left-hand side. A little too much space there. And here we are. So it opens immediately with this agent. Cursor has built-in agents, right? We talked about that before. It automatically chooses the model. It'll choose, I think, GPT, Claude, sometimes Gemini. You can change that if we want to. We're not going to do that right now because McKay here uses Opus, which I'm not even sure if I can use. You might need a more premium version of Claude. I do have like the basic Claude, not the free version, but a one step up. So it might be like a pro version of Claude, but we're going to find out, okay? So we have cloned his app. Okay, you can see there's some items in here, global CSS. We'll zoom in a little bit for you. He's got some environment files, so you can see he's got a basic env file. Now, this is where you're going to put all of the URLs or private keys, right? So most of this will be blurred out, but I'll show you what I know and how I learned to find these things. So there's a lot of things in here. Components, licenses, package.json. You don't have to know what all this is, right? You can use the AI to help you explain it. But first things first, I think we need to populate this .env file. So let's go. If you check out this GitHub and you scroll down, actually, zoom in here too. Okay, so he uses this in his course, which is cool. Maybe that would be nice to learn. The tech stack. So here's everything that we're using. It's a lot. Okay, it's Clerk, Stripe, Posthog. He's got a backend with Superbase and Drizzle. Some of this I haven't used, right? So that's okay. We're gonna figure it out together. And he tells you what you need to do. Okay, create a cursor account. We do have that. I'm obviously not going to go through creating accounts for all of these because you know how to create an account. Most of it's Google sign on or whatever. Superbase, Stripe, Clerk, Posthog, Vercel. What I did already is I opened some of these. So I have Stripe, I have Superbase, Clerk, I have Posthog, and I have Vercel. And we're just going to start populating this environment and information. So actually, first, what we need to do is let's copy this env file. Let's see, Command V. So now I have this env file. We're going to rename it. I think it needs to be env.local, which he shows you down here. I think he tells you instruction. Clone the repository, copy env example to env.local, and fill the environment variables from above. Okay. So that's our first step. The database URL, we need to go to Superbase. That's going to be our database, okay? So I have an organization. It's a free plan, fortunately. Let's do project name, mentoring app. Password, we're going to use a password I already have for this. And let's create this project. I don't know what other details I would put in here. We'll save that password too, sure. Okay. Now, I don't know how any of this works, but look, I got a project URL down here. That's probably what I need. So let's copy that and pop it in. If we find out later that that's not what we need, that's fine. We can always run back and fix it. Okay, now this says Clerk. So let's go over to Clerk, which I think is this one. And I am logged in already. Let's see, it gives us a big prompt here to install Clerk. I don't think we need to do this. This might be what we need here. Look at this. Public Clerk, publisher key, and Clerks. Yep, this is exactly what we need. So I'm going to copy this and paste it right here. And it looks like it kept the same format, which is good, right? Okay, that was easy. Now I think these two URLs stay the same. I believe he already put login and sign up. Those sound right to me. I'm not going to change those. I'm going to go directly to Stripe. Now, Stripe, I will likely need a new key for Stripe. So we logged into Stripe. You may need to get verified and all those things with Stripe. Sometimes I just go up here and just type in API in their search bar because I don't know how to find it all. Okay. Create secret key. Let's create with our own integration because that's what we're doing. It's going to ask me to verify, which is fine. Key name mentoring app. Okay. All right, here's our API key. I'm gonna pop it in there. Obviously, it's gonna be blurred out. This key is used for the mentoring app. Okay, we kind of already said that, but that's okay. All right, now it's automatically popping up this bottom developer area, which I think is what we need next because there's this webhook secret. So there's a tab right here. It says webhooks. Add a trigger. Okay, add trigger. Okay, let's do this. What I may do, start by selecting which events you want to listen to. I don't actually know what events we want to listen to. I imagine it's some kind of purchase events. So let's go to the AI agent and let them know what we're doing. I'm setting up the Stripe webhook secret. I need to know which events we are watching or listening to. Can you help? Let's see what this does. It should be able to find it pretty quickly, I think. Okay, look at that. It looks like based on the code base, checkout session. Oh, they're all three right here. Checkout session, customer subscription updated, customer subscription deleted. Okay, I think this is fine for the app that I am using. I I do want a subscription. I want a free trial. I want people to use this app. And the idea for my app, I haven't even explored fully, like that's going to be another step. But the whole idea is a conversation I had with my pastor last week, which was people in life need mentors, right? They need people to guide them, to take them along on journeys, whether it's for their finances, for their relationship advice, for their spiritual advice, right? But we have like a really bad way of monitoring who our mentors are. Some mentors you have to pay, right? Some mentors you meet with quarterly or weekly or monthly. And I felt like it'd be great to have maybe a visualization of who your mentor is or who your mentors are in various areas of your life. And then for each of those, you can like have a meeting with them and you can set task lists or things that you'd like to accomplish before the next meeting. So really simple app, but I think it provides value. Who knows? We're going to test it, right? We're going to see if we can get it all connected and figure out and get it in front of people and see if they like it. So with that said, we will create subscriptions. It will likely have a trial. That trial will update into a full subscription. So we will need, obviously a checkout session. We'll need a subscription update when they go from trial to purchase, and then a subscription delete if they unsubscribe, right? So that makes sense. Let's go here. I just want to let's see if we can just search subscribe. It's probably subscription. Okay, look at this. Deleted, that's what we needed, updated. And then we wanted checkout session, I think. Checkout session completed. Okay, that's that one. Okay, so those are the three that we wanted. We want a webhook endpoint. And okay, so this is interesting. The destination name, this is fine. This destination would be mentoring app, I believe. The endpoint URL, I don't think we have this. So again, I'm going to go over to the agent and say, okay, I'm configuring this in Stripe. Here's a screenshot. I don't know where to place the endpoint URL. What else do I need to do? Since we're building locally, right? We're using Cursor. Cursor builds on localhost 3000 or whatever that may be, whatever you decide. And so I don't have a URL. I don't have a domain that I'm going to send information to. So I'm going to ask the agent like, hey, what do I do here? And I'm going to take a sip of coffee while it responds. All right. So I need Stripe CLI to forward webhooks to your local environment. Here's what you need to do. First, install the Stripe CLI. If you haven't, let's see, once installed, maybe I can do it all through here. Let's view the terminal. Okay, can I install via brew using terminal? Basically, it's telling me to install a Stripe CLI, but I'd like to just install it right now. Okay, Homebrew. Homebrew is like a tool that can install a bunch of things for you via terminal. So I'm gonna run. I don't think this is installed yet, right? Library. I don't know. Components. Yeah, I don't know what's installed yet. So we're just gonna run with it, see if it's already installed. And just so you know, this is the Cursor agent. This is not like the Opus agent that McKay was talking about in his video. We haven't even got there yet, right? We're just doing kind of the base level installation of this app. What is it doing here? I'm going to expand this a little bit to see details. Okay, it's installing for us. Okay, looks like it might be done. It's thinking a little bit. I'm gonna go back up to read some of the other stuff here. Okay, so we're gonna be forced to log into Stripe. This makes sense. Then you can start forwarding the webhooks to your local environment. Listen forward. Okay, so localhost 3000, exactly. It's going to do that. All right, Stripe Web. Yep, that makes sense. Production, you should set it. Okay, right. We would have to change this domain once we launch to production, which is fine. So this is great. I've never actually set up a webhook, so this will be very interesting if we can get this to work. I think it's done here. I don't know what it's thinking about, but I am going to, let's see. I'm going to go to this terminal here. So it's Stripe, login, see what it does. Enter to open the browser. Okay, let's give it a go. So this must be to make sure that nobody's messing with your stuff, right? Okay, so it has a pairing code that it's telling us that we're going to make sure it's combined with this other one here. And we're going to allow access. Let's see, test mode, right. All right, access granted. I'll close that window. Okay, what else? Now we needed to start forwarding webhooks to your local environment. Let's run this. Ready, you're using Stripe API version. Your webhook signing secret is, okay, maybe this is it. All right, pasting that secret there. Next, public Stripe portal key. I don't even know what that is either. Let's take a look. I don't know if I need to create this destination, actually. Let's try this. Maybe we'll ask this over here. Okay, I logged in with Stripe. It gave me a secret key. Do I need to continue the sign up process on this page with the URL? So I'm not quite sure, right? The destination feels like it's not configured yet. Let's see what it says. You do not need to fill out the endpoint URL on the Stripe dashboard. Stripe requires you already logged in Stripe. Shall I start using and listen and forwarding webhooks? Okay, so that's production. Okay, so if we created a test one, okay, does that mean we have the right webhook? What were they called? Attributes of some kind. Events. Events set up already. Okay, so it looks like we can cancel this. Yes, you have the correct webhook events. Codebase apps already configured to listen to these Stripe events. Run the Stripe command. Stripe listen. I think we did that. Did we not? Stripe listen forward to. Okay, we did. You can actually filter out the only relevant. Okay, so it's going to listen for all events. Okay, that's great. Next step, where are we at? So we got Stripe set up. Let's scroll back up here. Oh, on the left side. Okay. Public Stripe portal link. Okay, what about these items? It's great that it copy and paste the lines that environment was from, which is cool. Normally, it would just copy and paste the text right in. What about these items in env? Although it looks like it failed. That local, I have the next public Stripe portal payment links for yearly and monthly. How do I get those? I think you would normally just create a product in a production Stripe, but I think we're using the test version. Okay, this is the link to the Stripe customer portal where users can manage their subscriptions, update payment info. In your Stripe dashboard, go to Billing Customer Portal, click Configure. Share your portal. Subscription products. Okay, so we don't have subscription products yet. Is this in Stripe test or product or prod? Let's see what it says. Okay, so it's telling me, yeah, it's, okay, what should you use? Test. Okay, so let's go back to Stripe. At the very top here, I'm going to get rid of this webhook area. You'll see this test mode. So now we're in test mode. You see this big orange banner at the top. We'll probably need to change our keys to the test mode. Publish all. Next, that's Clerk. Stripe secret key. Okay, let's change the Stripe secret key here to this one. Do I also have a different webhook? Oh, that's right. That's right. We did change it. We changed the webhook secret key already. So that's a Stripe test key, which is perfect. Let's save that. Now we need to go to the instructions. Okay. In your Stripe dashboard, or billing customer portal. It's not in here, right? Maybe it's subscriptions. Configure settings already at the top. You'll see a section called Share Your Portal or Direct Link. Overview. Maybe we need to create subscriptions first. These are Stripe payment links for subscription products, yearly and monthly. So I need a portal link. Let's create this first. This is monthly mentoring. New product. Okay, this is recurring. We're going to say this is $9 a month. It's a product recurring monthly. Yep. Okay. Failed to post. Interesting. Connection refused. Okay, we'll take a look at that later, but I saw that was interesting. Our terminal was already screaming at us. Let's add a product here. Let's do add product yearly mentoring. Annual mentoring. Maybe annual is better, right? We don't need an image. Let's call this 49 for the year. Significant discount, right? And this is annually. Add product. More errors, which is fine. Let's remove this for now. This is a test subscription. Invoicing template. Automatically charge. Okay, I don't need to create a subscription. I see what this is doing. It wants us to create a customer subscription, but that's not what we want. We just want products. Let's go to product catalog. We should have 2 now. Okay, perfect. And then let's go to, let's try to get back on track here. In your Stripe dashboard, billing customer portal. Configure. It might not be the right one. Invoice customer. Okay. Billing overview. Get started with Stripe billing. Let's see. No, this is not what we want either. Okay, what is this? It's customer portal. There we go. Billing. Aha, customer portal. Sometimes you gotta really dig. Activate test link. There's our link. Okay. Portal link is there. Maybe we need to go, okay, let's check where it says for the product link. Yeah, that's right, billing Stripe. Okay, next, public Stripe payment link yearly, monthly. Payments, payment links. Let's go to payments. Hey, payment links, that one was correct. Create test payment link. This one, let's do yearly since that's what they started with. Create link. You can always go back in Stripe later and adjust these if you want to. We just really want to get this app working, right? So this is annual. Let's go back to payment links. We have annual. Let's do a new link because we need the monthly. We don't have to change anything. Let's just do that. All right, there's our link. Okay, we're making progress. I know it feels like it's pulling teeth here, but okay. Next, public Posthog key. Posthog, I don't even know if I've been signed up for Posthog yet. I did. Okay, copy API key. Copy API key. We'll paste that there. Public Posthog host. Okay, let's ask. Where do I get the Posthog host key? I know we're going to do Next.js. I believe that's what this is built in. Oh, look, it's right here. Okay. Sometimes you can dig a little bit, or you can always ask AI. Let it work for you in the background. So it'd give us a similar host. Okay, now we have made some progress. I believe we have the entire env file filled out. Let's leave that alone. And let's say, okay, when I was creating the products, I saw this error in terminal. What do you think? When I saw the products in Stripe. Take another sip of coffee while we're at it. Okay, this is fine. We just did not have the development running, which is fine. Let's clear this. Let's npm run dev and see if anything actually works here. Not found. I think we need to install. Let's go back to GitHub. Yeah, look, npm install. We don't even have that. Npm install. We need node package manager. Let's install it. Now this may take a couple minutes. While we're doing that, let's look at our next steps. Npm run dev. So that will run the local dev environment. I hope we have all of the right things set up. We didn't actually have to do Vercel yet. We did Stripe. We did Clerk in here. GitHub we already had. Cursor obviously we already had. Okay, let's see. Npm run dev. Let's see if we even get something here. Look at that. Okay, something ran. It's debatable whether this will actually be functional. Wow. Okay, it's functional. It's launching. So this is McKay's template. Pricing. Let's see. Okay, this is cool. It doesn't have the right prices in here. Let's see what this does when I click it. Okay, that's incredible. So it is pulling to my Stripe account. That means it is working. Let's try the yearly. Fantastic. Contact. This is probably just standard page about. Let's see if see if we can do some signups here. Wow, this is interesting. Okay, so this is Clerk. Look at that. So we got Clerk here. This is development mode. Let's continue with Google. All right, I'll do my email. Yeah, this is fine. Continue. Looks like it's going to Clerk, which is great. It's spinning. It's loading. Let's see what it does here. Maybe it's because it's on dev. It's taken a little bit. I don't see any errors yet, so could just be making a long round trip for us. Oh, okay. Connection timeout. So we got some timeout here. Okay, maybe we need to do this. I tried logging into Clerk on the dev app from localhost. It's spinning, and I see this error in terminal. Let's see what this tells us. We could probably do inspect here if you right click. I don't need that. Let's expand this. Failed to load resource status of 404. That's an icon. See, it says favicon. This is fine. This shouldn't cause any problems for now. That's the only error I see, oddly enough. Okay, let's see what this said. Okay, this error means the app is trying to connect to Superbase, but it's unable to reach it. When you log in with Clerk, your app tries to fetch or update the user profile. I don't think I've connected Clerk and Superbase, so I wonder how this connection is even happening. Check your internet connection. We have that. Check Superbase project status. Go to your Superbase dashboard, which is here. Okay. Select your project and make sure it's running. Okay, I didn't even know you could do that. This is my project. Project status. It says healthy. All right. Not pause or sleeping. Check your database URL. In your environment local, make sure the database URL is correct and matches the one provided. Database URL, let's check it. Should be this one. It looks correct. Oh, maybe not. Maybe this is not the correct database URL. It's a Superbase URL. View API settings. Project URL. Yeah, that's the right one. Okay, enabled IP and allow list. Okay, primary database source. Yeah, this makes sense. Connect. Connect to your project. Ah, this might be it. Because I think the PostgreSQL SQL is what they were saying should look like. Yes, it says PostgreSQL. Okay, so this is what I need with the database password. Okay, so let me see if I can pull my password. All right. Copy this. Put it in here. I think that's right. Okay, let's try that again. Go back to localhost here. Okay, we're gonna go back to the starting page here. Oh, looks like more of it actually built through. Maybe we had some errors before that were starting to fix themselves. Error getting profile right, error, that's fine. Or maybe we actually logged in. That's probably what it is. That's very interesting, right? Let's sign out and make sure we can sign up. Maybe what we did solved it. Actually, I think I need to rerun the project. So I'm gonna go back over here. I'm gonna clear terminal. And we're gonna npm run dev again. We may not have to do that, but I'm gonna do it anyway since we made some changes. Let it load everything in. Let's inspect and see if we're gonna get any errors. Some kind of layout issue is fine. Okay, let's do sign up again. Continue with Google. Okay, that worked. So whatever we did seemed to work. Let's see. There's a lot of errors here. There's a lot of errors. getting profile. Okay, there's an error getting profile. Maybe I don't have a profile yet. Let's get away from the sign up page. Let's even go into Superbase and see if it created a user for us in here. I'm not even sure how to check authentication, project API. Let's go into Clerk maybe. Let's go to Clerk, personal account. Okay, look at this. We have one sign up and that's me. So something is working. Okay, so I'm gonna end this here. We have a lot of work to do. Let's go over what we learned in getting this set up, because this is just the preliminary stages, right? But this stuff is obviously paramount to getting your application working. And it was really good to see the fruits of some of our labor, right? So what did we do? We set up accounts in Stripe, in Clerk, in Superbase. We set up accounts in what was this other one? In Posthog, which I think is for analytics, right? So we set up all of these accounts and we threw in a lot of those APIs for Stripe and for Superbase and Clerk into our env file, right? That allows our app to read what it's supposed to do or how to connect to those things. We were able to see the Stripe pages, which is cool. We didn't pull all the information in yet. We didn't have a lot of information yet, but we could at least see the products when they clicked on it. We were able to create an account in some way, which pulled in that email address and that user. Maybe we're missing some profile details. And then we were able to make sure that that user was created in Clerk, right, as part of that database. So I think we did a lot today. I think we have our project up and running for the most part. We have the ability to start editing this. It's the next steps. I'm going to jump in here and I'm going to make edits to the way all of those things function, making sure that the Clerk and the Superbase database are working correctly. You know, what does it mean to have a user profile? Why is that giving us an error? Make sure all the information for the product as far as annual and monthly is pulled in correctly. So on our website, we can start messing with these on the test environment. I think it's great that we have this set up first. A lot of the problem in some of these early apps that we create is it's very front end heavy, right? All of the prototyping is really just faking that you have a database, using a local database, faking that you have information, even authentication. But what we did here is we said, let's front load all of that using McKay's prototype, which is awesome, or his boilerplate project. And now we can probably hit the ground running after we fix some of these errors with the profile and whatnot, and we can start creating this app and storing things in the database regarding that user ID and start pulling that information too. So I'm super excited to continue exploring this with you guys. Look forward to part 2, and I hope you'll join me in the next one. See you next time.